Welcome back to the White Stoner channel here on YouTube. So, since I basically didn't get an answer I was looking for, I'm pretty much going to retire the other YouTube channel and just bring back VHS videos on this main channel of mine. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to start a new YouTube channel again, and I don't want to do that. So, if you follow me on TikTok, I'm the Vintage VHS over there on TikTok. I'll continue doing that. But, this is pretty much the 2022 VHS setup. So what we have here is pretty much, my 2-tape movies, which I'll go through, obviously, and then some regular movies that I just love, or seen for the first time actually this year, and I think they're just so good that you should display them. So let's go over with what I got. So, a little out of order here, I gotta switch these two, but we got The Godfather, and then Godfather Part 2 and 3. We got Fiddler on the Roof, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Not one, but 2 copies of Braveheart. I watched this for the first time this year, and it blew my mind. It was such a great movie. I didn't know Mel Gibson produced it and actually directed it. So, I have one open copy and then one brand new copy. And then coming up here, we just have some regular tapes. We got Friday, The Patriot, which I watched. I paid more attention to it this time. Another great Mel Gibson movie. And I just love that cover. I can't put it in the drawers just yet. It's something I usually look at when I wake up in the morning. I don't know why. I just do. It's just a badass cover, I think. And then hopefully somewhere down the road I can get it on 4K now that I know that it is. And then of course I have 8 Mile up here. If you know me, I'm an Eminem fan. So I just think it's respectful to have it up there and display it with the rest. We got one of my new movies I just got, Raisin in the Sun. I said that wrong when I did my video on my other channel. Then we have Samson and Delilah, another new one I just got. Pearl Harbor, another new one. We got JFK. At first I was like, I'm not sure if it's going to be good, but then I liked it. Dad said he didn't really care for it too much, but I thought it was an interesting watch. We got The Deer Hunter, which I want a new copy, because I'm going to assume the previous fucking owners wrote on it. When you get a 2-tape VHS tapes, it will already tell you part 1 and 2. They wrote part 1 and 2 on that son of a bitch. Then we got Saving Private Ryan. I did have the regular, and then I upgraded to the special limited edition. We got The Green Mile. I don't know if I said that already. If not, there we go. We got another new set right here, The Johnny Carson Show, which is, honestly, it was pretty cool from what I checked out. Then we got all 5 Rocky films. And then right back here in the corner, we got Star Wars. I'm trying to look out for the originals. That's the special edition. We got 1900. Then we got Exodus with Paul Newman, another new movie. Jurassic Park, we just seen the new one. It was pretty good. Even though I haven't seen the original one. I keep Back to the Future up here because it's it's an iconic movie, and it's like one people usually talk about that. And if you collect VHS tapes, you usually had it in your collection back in the day. So, story behind this one. We went to St. Vincent de Paul. They had part 3, but they didn't have part 2. So, that's why you don't see part 2 in here, because I don't have it. So, Back to the Future part 3. And then we watched this movie for the first time this year, Gladiator. Really, really good movie. Roadhouse. Well, you should know why I have it up there, because it's Roadhouse. This one I cannot pronounce that well, because I don't know how to read cursive that well. But I think it's Wyatt Armfer. It's Wyatt something. Then we got Al Pacino in Scarface. And then our last one up here is Titanic. And then coming down here, nothing too special, really. But I have just sitting here. I watched the trailer for this one the other day. It is The Last of the Mohicans. I would like a new cover or a box because of the line right there. But other than that, it's pretty cool. The trailer looked really cool. And then over here I just have Fast and Furious just sitting here. And then up here I pretty much have a few sitting up here, and then everywhere else. So I have Harry Potter, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which the box looks great, but for the love of God, I cannot find this movie on VHS looking good. There's always some kind of tape or some shit on this specific movie. I don't know why. But I did check it out. It does play pretty good. And then I have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on VHS, of course. The box is in condition. So usually, what I've always said, if the box is in great condition, if the box is in great condition, then that means I think the movie will play wonderfully. And then if the movie isn't, or if the box is not in great condition, I think the movie will not play as good. And then up here I have Tombstone, which I haven't watched yet, but I have seen it. And then I need to flip these two around. I have Dr. Dolittle and Dr. Dolittle 2. These two I found in Kalamazoo at a thrift store, but I forgot to pin the address on Google Maps, so I have no idea where that place is now. And also, I don't know if it says this on every copy, but this is the special edition, which I've never seen either one, so. But, like I said before, I didn't get an answer, so, from you guys. I got 2 likes on the previous video, so that tells me 2 of you said yes, basically, that you want to see the VHS videos. And then on my poll, I did the same question, basically. Somebody said yes, so I guess I'm bringing back the VHS videos. So up here, I just keep my Christmas movies. I have Home Alone, of course. My favorite Christmas movie of all time. And then I have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I have The Santa Claus. 1 and 2. Then I have the cartoon version of Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which usually is something I always watched as a kid growing up. So it's pretty cool seeing it actually on VHS. And it came out in 1966, so that's super cool. And then, of course, I have Jim Carrey's Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, of course. This movie, which I actually like a little better than the cartoon, because the cartoon isn't long enough, but this movie I really like. I just didn't get to grow up on it when I was a kid. We just grew up on the cartoon, at least I did. And then I have Elf. Super cool piece in my collection. I have Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, which is a blockbuster classic, and it came out in 1951. If you can see that right there. And then I have, which is really cool, White Christmas, which I've never seen before, which came out in 1954. This movie I kept seeing at the Salvation Army, and I was thinking I should get it, but I also, at first when I was starting to collect, I also kept thinking, that movie's so old, why would I want to watch that? And then I finally got it, and then now I can't wait to check it out. And then I have the Muppet Christmas Carol, Miracle on 34th Street. Not the original, I don't think. This one, again, I've never seen, but it looks really good. Then I have what I actually grew up with as a kid, Rugrats, The Santa Experience. When I decided to get back into VHS, I did not ever think that I would find this or even have it again. But, so for all of those nostalgists out there who know exactly what I'm going to do here, this is for you guys. The orange VHS tape. You are welcome. And then my last Christmas movie that I have, or well, cartoon, but it's my last Christmas themed cartoon movie, A Year Without Santa Claus. And this came out in 1991, so it's not that old. And then I just have some regular movies here, like American Pie, unrated version. I think the first one I did have didn't work right, and then for some reason we went to St. Vincent de Paul, and then there it was, just like that. And then we have and then I have American Pie 2. Special edition. I don't think this is the unrated. No, it's not. Version, but I'd like to get the unrated version, so that way I can see the difference. Yeah, this one is the unrated version. Yep. Okay. And then next up I have Sister Act, just sitting here. At first, when I started doing this, I was putting the movies that I completed together. So that's why I have Sister Act here. It just hasn't got my attention yet to watch. So, I've heard it's a good movie. I heard it's an movie. So, I don't know yet. Then, of course, Sister Act 2. Which I'm happy to have them, but they just haven't really caught my attention yet, I guess. Maybe someday. And then, of course, I don't know why I keep saying we. I don't know. And then next up I have the Mighty Ducks with Emilio Estevez, which he's becoming one of my favorite actors. We were watching Judgment Night a few weeks ago, and in that movie, he seemed like he could have been Marty McFly for some reason. Or even any movie he's been in, he seems like he could have been Marty McFly if they did not cast Michael J. Fox. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. And then in the clamshell case, which I hate so much because they're so big and they take up so much space, we have Mighty Ducks 2, which again I've never seen any of them. And then once again in the clamshell case, we have Disney's Mighty Ducks 3, which I guess is far and away the best ducks yet, is what the caption says. And then coming down here, I have Movies Fallen. I have The Perfect Storm. This was one of Grandpa's favorite movies, so I haven't watched it yet, but when I decide to, he'll be watching it with us. And then this really pisses me off to no other. So this movie was free. Don't get me wrong, I'll take it if it's free. But why the fuck would you put it next to Tom Cruise's face like that? It's like ruining the whole purpose of looking at the beautiful cover of the box. So I have Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai, since it wanted to fall. I mean, I don't fucking get it. So if I ever find a new copy, I'm definitely gonna get a new copy. This is bullshit. Putting it next to his face. I have Cape Fear that I got at 2nd and Charles. My recent visit to 2nd and Charles was very disappointing. Not only because my card was deactivated, that was kind of my fault, but they did not have nearly as much there when I went there the last time. So I don't know if they're getting rid of their VHS or not, but they had a way better selection last time I was there than this past time. So this one caught my attention because it looks kind of creepy, eerie, and also Robert De Niro's in it, which I'm becoming a fan of his movies. So next up is Absolute Power with Clint Eastwood, which I don't think I've seen. I'm sure I've seen one of his movies, but I don't know what it is. But the movies I do have with Clint Eastwood, I don't think I've seen any yet. So, and then this one looks really cool too. And then next up is oh crap. Oh yeah, that's it. Shit, sorry. I have Glory right here. Fun fact, I got to watch this one in school. This is a really good movie if you guys have never seen it. So, and then, while I put these back, I have U571, which, for some odd reason, it took me a long time to actually watch this one. I don't know why. It has my second favorite, well, I don't know, it's a toss-up between Tom Hanks and Bill Paxton. I think they're at a tie right now. So my all-time favorite actor, Bill Paxton, is in this movie. And I don't know why it took me forever to decide to watch it. But, it's a fantastic movie, but yet I'm also very pissed. Bill Paxton is one of those guys that is such a great actor. I feel you shouldn't kill him. So, if that ruined the movie for you, I'm sorry. But I just had to throw that out there. And then, as I put these ones back, which they all switch spots, that's funny. I have Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. Another movie I've heard a lot of people mention, talk about. Just one that I haven't got around to watching yet. And then next up I have, which is kind of ripping. I need to fix that. I got Mission Impossible finally. Another movie I've never seen before. I don't know. It just didn't catch my attention when I was a teenager. And then I have, just sitting there, The Sweetest Thing. So, you're thinking, this is a guy, and what's he doing with the chick flick? Well, it pretty much is a chick flick, because it's all about women. Well, I seen it. I do think it was the antique store in Lansing. I seen Cameron Diaz, and I pretty much had to get it because Cameron Diaz is one of the most beautiful actresses that I've ever seen. She's also very funny, and I also kind of have she would be my actress crush, basically. So, there you have that. So, that's pretty much why I picked it up. Also, she does Fiona is really hot, too. So, I just had to throw that out there. Fiona's voice just, gets me in the mood to watch Shrek any day of the week. Coming down here, I have my Adam Sandler collection with Going Overboard. I don't know if anybody's seen this one, but this is Adam Sandler's very first movie he was ever casted in. So I think that's pretty cool that I have it, but on the other hand, it was kind of if you've never seen it, I don't blame you, but if you have seen it, that's awesome. He was funny in it, don't get me wrong, but it was kind of a little weaker. On the other hand, it's not as good as his other movies, in my opinion. Then I have Billy Madison. Of course, Billy Madison was one of my very first movies I ever got when I started VHS collecting. Then I have The Wedding Singer, which I've never seen. But, I did see previews. It does look pretty good. And then I have Big Daddy. This movie's great and all. It's just I have not watched it yet. Oh, it's gonna be Rewound. Yeah, I just haven't watched this one yet. I mean, I've seen it before. It's great. Then I have Mr. Deeds, which, honestly, we watched sometime last year. I remember watching it. It was really good. Then coming into my Tom Hanks collection that I keep here, at least as you've seen, I keep some up there. On my dresser I do have Toy Story 1 and 2, so The Man with One Red Shoe. This movie was great and all, but I don't understand why they give him that real young, super curly haired look when his hair wasn't even that curly in the movie. If you see right there, it wasn't that curly. But this movie was a little stranger than his other movies. It's about this guy getting off a plane and him wearing a red shoe, and then he's wearing like a black shoe. It was strange, but I enjoyed it. Next up, glad to have it. Kind of need a new cover or a new box, but I think this is the first edition because of how old this box looks. I have the Money Pit, which looks really good, and then I figured it was the original because of how the tape looks. But this is one of the few Tom Hanks movies I've never seen. And then I won... Oh, jeez, I don't even know what the fuck that was. Sorry about that. As I was saying earlier, when we went to see the new Jurassic World or Park or Dimension, whatever the fuck it's called, I realized after we bought our tickets that I seen the Elvis preview or poster. I didn't know Tom Hanks was in that. I was kind of upset that we didn't get to see Elvis, but when it drops, I'm gonna download it and check it out, because Jurassic Dimensions or whatever the hell it's called was actually really cool. So I don't know why it took me forever to decide to want to watch Jurassic Park. I guess it's because people always talked about it and made it a big deal. So when people do that, I tend to zone out and be like, no, I don't really want to watch it for a while, because it's something somebody keeps talking about and making a big deal about it. That's the person I am. It goes with anything. If they play a song, for instance, on the radio, and they keep making a big deal about it, I will basically be like, no, that's getting annoying. Just like when somebody talks about a movie too many times. But anyway, next up I have Tom Hanks' Big. Another movie I have not seen of his yet. For some reason, I think this is his movie that made him like really popular. This one you always see somewhere, or if somebody knows Tom Hanks, this is probably the first movie they'll mention. So I think this one is what made him really popular. So I'm glad to have it. Next up is Tuner and Hooch, The Oddest Couple Ever Unleashed. Now this movie, it's great and all, except that damn dog. I don't know exactly what kind of dog it is, but those dogs slobber way too much. So, my inner stomach really cannot handle anything like that. I never could with anything like that. It's pretty much borderline disgusting. So, I mean, I have seen this. It is a great movie. I would, honestly, I would probably watch it a little more often if the dog didn't slobber as much. But it's a great movie. I'm glad to own it. Next up, we have A League of Their Own. Another Tom Hanks movie I have not seen yet. Next up, we have Philadelphia. I guess I'm saying we as in involving you guys. So, there we go. I guess, we have Philadelphia. It just sounds better, I guess. So, funny story about this one. We were watching some movie, and then Dad's like, you know what movie you need to get? He said, Philadelphia. And then, literally, for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it was the day after, or 2 days after he said that, we went to Salvation Army. I don't know why, literally don't exactly remember why. But I found Philadelphia that 2 days after he mentioned it. So I thought that was pretty fucking funny. Next up, as you can tell, I would like a new copy. But I have Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks, of course. This one was different. I didn't mind it. But it was okay. Let's put it like that. It was okay. I'd probably have to watch it again to see exactly how it was. It was I want to say, from what I exactly remember. Next up is, well, Forrest Gump. We all know this movie. I haven't watched it yet, and I do believe this movie is also on 4K, which I would love to have. My dream idea for a house and entertainment is to have some of my favorite movies in my room, like this, and then have a house with a basement where I have just about all my VHS movies, and then have the VCR in the basement. So if you want to go old school, you can in the basement, and then upstairs, where usually everybody would hang out, is where I have the 4K movies. So that's my idea for a house and how I would want my movies. But continuing on, sorry about that. Continuing on, we have Apollo 13. Again, another Tom Hanks movie I have not seen yet, and I just found out that this movie is also on 4K, which I'd love to have. And it's got it pretty much has everybody in here that I've heard of. Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Gary Histland, and then Ed Harris. So I'm not sure why I haven't seen this one. Oh boy. Tom Hanks and Bill Paxton doing a movie together has got to be my dream come true. So I'm going to assume, when I do check this out, that this will probably be my favorite Tom Hanks movie. If not, still the same one it is when I will get to it. But, like I said, I don't know why I haven't watched it. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's awesome to have it. Next up is You've Got Mail. So this one, this Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan duo, I think is a lot better than Sleepless in Seattle, because they were messing each other back and forth, of course. That's how the name got the movie. And then here, it just seems like they were first time acting together and didn't know each other that well. It seemed like. So, but don't get me wrong, this is not that bad of a movie. It's just, I don't want to say it's like horrible or anything. It's just something I wouldn't go to right away. But I did like this movie. Funny story. Once again, Salvation Army. I seen like 6 or 7 copies of it, I think. I can't even remember. There was a lot. And I kept passing on it, and I don't remember why. So, I really don't know why. But now I do have it, and it's awesome. Haha. Come on. There we go. Watch me struggle. Next up, as I'm going for the same fucking movie. Next up is my favorite Tom Hanks movie ever. It's Castaway. I seen somebody in a Facebook post. It said, what is one movie you've seen but would never watch again? Somebody said Castaway. And I'm like, how the hell can you not want to watch Castaway again? This is one fucking awesome movie. Definitely A+ work here. I love this movie to death. It is something that I will always go back and watch. And then this is also the special edition, obviously, and it has 15 minutes of extra content, and then the making of the movie. I didn't think it was real, or, well, let me rephrase that. I didn't think they were really in Russia. I thought it was like some kind of Hollywood bullshit. But no, actually, fun fact, if you guys did not know this about this movie, they actually did do part of the movie, or the beginning of the movie, actually in Russia. So, I thought that was super cool. Next up, I have Catch Me If You Can. Now, this is another awesome movie. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. It's just so mind-blowing what Abagnale did in back. Wait, what is it? What's his name? What's his name? William Abagnale or some shit like that. I don't remember exactly who Leonardo played in this movie. But this movie is just mind-blowing. I like it. I think it's awesome. And then this one I don't think... No, I don't think I watched this one yet either. Next up is The Terminal. So, as you can tell, the actor that I have the most of is Tom Hanks. So, it's funny enough how I found them all together like this. But he is definitely one of my favorite actors of all time. There is no doubt about it. I don't know what it is about Tom Hanks. It's just, he's such a great actor. I can't put two words together, so there you go. From right here to here, all Tom Hanks movies. It's fucking awesome. Alright, continuing on with my Harrison Ford collection, which I do have quite a bit of his movies, is Raiders of the Lost Ark, or if you don't know, was not expecting to do that. If you don't know, this is a Indiana Jones movie. I don't know why they... Hold on. Alright. I don't know why they renamed it Indiana Jones, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, on the DVD. But of course I've seen this movie. It honestly took me a very long time to watch it. I don't know why. Like I said, when I was a kid, movies like this, actual adult movies, not like adult PG-13 movies or PG movies, they just didn't catch my attention until I was about 14, 15. I was always into the kid movies for the longest time, and I still kind of am. So that's why you'll hear me say, oh, I haven't seen this one, even though you've probably seen it 40, 50 times. Next up is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This one probably is my favorite Indiana Jones movie out of them all. I just loved this one the best. I seen this one real expensive, brand new, on eBay. It's like, come on, when am I gonna catch a break? And then completing the Indiana Jones series on VHS, I have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And then down here is pretty much my thrillers and horror movies. So I have Phantom right here, a newer one I just got. Have not seen it. It's got Robert Englund in it, so this should be really cool. And I'm sorry if this video took forever, but I do hope you all enjoy it. And please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you liked me rambling on. I figured hearing myself speak like this has been pretty interesting. Last month, I think it was, at the beginning of last month, we watched Under Siege 1 here. This was a fucking good movie. And then we have Species. Fuck it. We have Species. Dad found this one at St. Vincent de Paul when we were looking around. He's like, yeah, you gotta get this one. So, here it is. I don't know if that's original price or what, but god damn. That's a little ridiculous. Back in the day, oh, I think that's if you wanted to buy it from Blockbuster, it was 13 bucks. Wow. Now, this is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's fucked up, but a good movie. Next up. For whatever reason, I don't have the first, because this came from a lot from my uncle. Buried Alive 2, I don't know if he has the first or what, but he had the second, so I've never heard of the Buried Alive series, but it looks really good. Next up, I figured this was a horror, or kind of similar, Anaconda with Ice Cube and other people. He's the only one I know from this movie. Then I have The Haunted Sea. I don't know nothing about this one either, so let me know about this one. It looks pretty cool. It's got a cool title to it, The Haunted Sea. Next up, exclusive video bonus edition of The Sixth Sense. Again, another movie I've never seen. I do believe Grandpa liked this movie too, so can't wait to watch that one. Oh, by the way. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Next up, I have Hearts War. I would have never pictured Bruce Willis being in a war movie, but it looks super cool. I've been finding a lot of war movies, so cannot wait to check this one out whenever I decide to. And then finally, on top of all the movies down there, I had Bodyguard sitting there. Just haven't decided where to put it yet, but this movie was really good. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, time for the horror movies. Probably the main reason why you guys are all here. So, probably my... Oh, what do they call it? Vintage piece in the whole thing, I guess, would have to be my holy grail, I guess. That's how you would say it. For just movies, 1-tape movies, the 2-tape don't count, because I definitely have a holy grail for the 2 tapes. But my holy grail, I guess, for the horror, has got to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, when I started VHS collecting, I did not ever think I would ever come across this movie. I did not ever think I would ever see it on VHS. But here it is, all in its glory. My uncle had it. I just cannot believe it. Here it is, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So far, this is the holy grail, just a horror movie in my horror collection that I have for right now. Let me put it like that. And then nothing else but glory. So there you have it, right here for you guys. Let me do it side by side. There we go, the Holy Grail. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which I unfortunately have never seen. I've never seen this movie, but look how old that fucking tape looks. That is awesome. Yeah, so apparently there is a fourth one, which is fucked up enough. It's got Matthew McConaughey in it. Don't get me wrong, he's a good actor, but why the fuck would you put Matthew McConaughey in a Texas Chainsaw movie? To me, that doesn't make too much sense, but I'll have to watch it and see. That old guy right there looks really familiar. Next up is Shallow Grave, another list from my uncle's movies he gave me for trades. I'm not at all sure what to expect from this one. 1987. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. Now, here comes a fucked up part. One of the newest movies to my horror collection, which I am so proud of finding. Damien Omen 2. But you're asking, I know you are, you're going to be asking, well, where the fuck is the first one? Well, unfortunately, I did not find it. I've not found it yet. And before this video goes on any longer, I should have said this in the beginning, but you guys should probably get some drinks, some snacks, because I did not expect this video to be this long. No joke. So, Damien Omen 2, which I've never seen this movie before. I have seen the first one. The first one was awesome, and I just cannot get over how motherfucking clean this movie, or this box, looks. It has got to be one of the cleanest fucking boxes in my whole collection. It is fucking boss. Yes, I still say boss. I know that's really 2013 shit. Whatever. And then I have the Omen 3, The Final Conflict. Another fucking clean box that I have. It just blows my mind that I found these two, but I didn't find the first one. Like, are you fucking serious? And then, another movie from from my uncle's list. He had Flatliners in there, which we'll definitely have to watch again. I was kind of dozing off for some reason, but we'll definitely have to watch Flatliners again. From what I've seen, it was amazing. Yeah, it was a great movie from what I could understand from it. Next up is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Robert De Niro. This one looks really, really cool. I do like the lightning in the background, and then it just really looks like a good movie. Next up, Man's Best Friend. Next up, the reason I might be scared to fly on a plane. I don't know about you guys, but we have Final Destination. I don't know if they put the third one out on VHS or not, but I would love the second one. This movie was super cool. I always made a big deal about the Final Destination films. Like, I thought they were low budget movies and not done good until I watched this movie, and I'm like, holy shit, I guess it's not that bad after all. Yeah, so this movie is the movie why I might be scared to fly on planes. Because if you've seen it, you know why. I don't want to ruin too much. Next up is End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger. To me, it wasn't too scary, but I do believe it's supposed to be a horror movie or whatever, thriller. It says more chilling than The Exorcist, more haunting than The Sixth Sense. It will scare the hell out of you. I might have to rewatch it, but it did not do any of those things to me, so. Next up, The Butterfly Effect. I watched the trailer for this one a couple days ago. It looks amazing. I have not watched it yet. Next up, Interview with the Vampire. The Vampire whatever. It's got Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, Stefan Ria, and Christian Slater. So, another movie I've never seen. It looks really good though. Next up, The Haunting. This movie was super cool. I enjoyed it. Probably another holy grail in my horror collection, besides Texas Chainsaw and The Omen, maybe even Flatliners in there, has to be Silence of the Lambs. Now, this movie really confused me at first, like the whole fucking name of it. I thought it was about an evil lambs that were silent, of course, so there's that. Next up is Ghost Ship. Really underrated movie. I hope I used that right. Underrated movie. I don't hear too many people talk about it, and then I've even heard people say they've never seen it. So, this movie is actually super cool. It's not too often you hear people make a movie about a haunted ship. So, this movie's super cool. If you've never seen it, I super duper recommend it. Next up, probably my first horror movie that actually says horror on it. Freddy vs. Jason. This one I also found in Kalamazoo, which I would love to go back to, but like I said earlier, I don't remember the fucking name of the store. So, next up is The Village. This is a movie my parents had on DVD, of course. Just something I'd never seen. My whole thing was why I didn't really watch movies like this was because everybody always said I won't understand them or something like that. So that's why I really never watched movies like this that I probably should have seen already. I was always told, "Oh, you don't need to watch that because you won't understand it." So, but now I'm like, fuck it. I don't have anything else to live for, so collect VHS and watch awesome movies. Watch awesome movies that I didn't get to watch because people were saying shit like that. So, next up is Sleepy Hollow. Now, this movie, for some reason, I always made a big deal about it, and I'm like, it's something I don't want to watch, really. But then, we watched it, and it was fucking awesome. I should have listened. So, I would like a new copy because, as you can see, a piece of like there was some kind of bullshit sticker on there that I had to take off, and of course it ripped it. So hopefully I can get a new box. And then next up is Secret Window, another movie I've never seen, but hell, I own it, so I bought it with my own money, so why not? Maybe someday I'll watch it. Oh yeah, another holy grail, I would say, in the horror movies is the Blair Witch Project. This movie was really, really good. Do not get me wrong. I enjoyed every minute of it, because it's not too often they make a movie about people getting lost in the woods. So, which, by the way, I'm pretty terrified of the woods, because honestly, you don't know what's in there. So, as you'll never catch me going in the woods by myself. But it has nothing to do with this movie. It's just who I am. I don't really want to ruin too much of it. Personally, at the end, though, I think they could have had a jump scare for the witch and like scream at the camera. That's my only downfall about this movie, is they didn't show the witch or like give us a jump scare at the end. So that would have been super cool, but I honestly cannot believe I own this one too. And then my last movie that I do believe is horror is The Others. And if it's not, then I just have it sitting down there. Nicole Kidman. So there you have it. Hold on, let me flip the camera. So there you have it, guys. That is my 2022 VHS setup. Once again, I was not expecting to ramble on and talk to you guys like this, but it was pretty much a lot of fun. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys want to see the VHS videos again. If not, just let me know in the comments down below. So I didn't want to take away the VHS videos if that's something you guys wanted to see. So if it is something you guys wanted me to continue with, I'm sorry for taking it away. But I thought I would try with a new YouTube channel, and it's really, really slow pace. So I think the vintage VHS is going to be retired from YouTube, but I'm still going to be on TikTok as a vintage VHS. So you all know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like. And let me know what you think of the 2022 setup. Do you guys like it? What's one of your favorite movies? And until next time, White Stoner is out.